under 17 minutes. He really has.
It's just a buzz that you can't get anywhere else. Gets a hold of you, it's as bad as drugs. There's such a fine line between safety and disaster.
It's still really hard to believe that I'm actually going to the Isle of Man TT to race. You're on a motorbike for 10 days solid.
It's the fastest, most physically demanding. It's the toughest race in the world as such. It's the most dangerous as well.
There's nothing else I want to do. I've never been interested in football, rugby, anything. Just all I want to do is ride my bike. When I go into the butcher's on Monday morning, I'm there because I want to pay the bills for racing. You know, that's the reason why I'm there. It's two different lives. I have to go to work 9 to 5, try and afford this so-called hobby.
I wasn't keen on Paul getting onto road racing at all. I tried to talk him out of it. He said to me, "Granny, I'm going to do the TT this year." And I honestly didn't say a word because I knew that day would come. I have no right to tell anyone else how to live their life. But I was just afraid.
Normal people, I think, are all bored. That's one of the reasons why, you know, I like road racing is your life's not normal, is it? You know, it's not the same as everybody else. No money in it. You know, there's not really much fame in it either. You're not in it for that. It's just the enjoyment of doing it and the buzz of doing it.
Me and Adam don't see eye to eye. We are just completely separate. You know, he has his group of friends and I have my group of friends.
You were both coming up through the ranks in road racing, so there's always going to be that rivalry there. Before the TT, you know, competing and racing week in, week out.
This is the 57th running of the Tandragee 100.
People say that Tandragee is like a mini TT. It's not a place that you have a lot of room for error.
There's always going to be issues. You maybe crash. You know, mechanical issues, breakdowns. At the end of the day, that's racing. You don't know what sort of day you're going to have. Could be a really good day, could be a disaster of a day.
Getting a message, a red flag has gone out just before bells.
There has been one injured rider.
When it happened, we were in the holding area waiting to go out in our Super Twin race.
From what I was told, where he crashed, maybe lost control or the bike slid out.
The scene of the accident is currently being reviewed and will take considerable time.
That's how they ended it. If you start getting yourself caught up in all these people that have, you know, lost their lives over the past number of years, I wouldn't do it. It happened to me just like it happened to Dario.
You might not come home, but you don't think of the consequences, you just go ahead and do what you're doing.
And then by By this point now, you're looking at straightening up, you see.
On my weekends off, you know, just heading over to the Isle of Man and getting a few laps in.
This is ideal line, right in the centre of this carriageway. He is perfect.
You know, Milky's driving around that circuit every day. Really, the Isle of Man TT's his baby. Like.
If you have the wrong road position, it can catch you out.
Milky, he's like Wikipedia of the TT, I suppose.
Back to the left, off the brakes, get it turned, back on the throttle again.
He knows everything I need to know.
Okay, so what do we look for? Balagari?
White line.
White line on the inside, perfect.
As far as preparation goes, he's a man to help.
It's such an immense task that the lads have got to do. I say to the newcomers, you've got to eat, sleep and drink the TT.
To go to the TT as a newcomer, you know, you spend hours upon hours upon hours upon hours watching onboard laps, trying to learn the circuit.
You don't have time to think about what's coming up next because you get there that fast.
It takes years to learn.
Motorbike, you know, it's a lot of weight. You have to be fit.
30 seconds, come on.
You can't just get lucky and be really fast one day and win. You know, it's something you build up to.
Adam Mclean, has he timed it just right? Alistair Kirk, meanwhile, with Paul Jordan. Oh dear. A bit of a strange line as well, wasn't it? That's how they're going to be, 1, 2, 3.
I want to win the same way he wants to win, the same way everybody else wants to win. There's certain people are there for the fun of it and others are there to win.
Oh, that was very, very close there.
Some boys just leave their brains in their toolbox and they don't give a shit about you. You know, they wouldn't think twice of ramming you.
And it was Adam Mclean, Len on top, and really Lee had nowhere to go.
You know, when you're on that wave, you know, you're on top of the world, like no one can bring you down. And then obviously when you have your bad weekends, you know, you feel like you just want to bury yourself in a hole. But regardless to what the results are, the show will always go on no matter what happens. You know, put my concentration into the Isle of Man.
As people would say road racing's mad and it's dangerous and what do you do that for? And well, as for fear, you know, yes, I'm scared, nervous. I think you need to achieve something in life. This is what I want to achieve, so to me, I just let everybody else tear on, they can let me tear on.